Here he comes from inside his own 5. Bust through behind his pad. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Notre Dame's offense will get the first crack at it here. So much history and pageantry in this rivalry, guys, but the trophy, the jeweled shillelagh, is a little bit under the radar.
It is. It's beautiful to look at, but I think people are always just focused on these two blue blood programs. Notre Dame, USC. This is interconference, national championship, and Heisman implications seemingly always on the line late in the year when these two teams play.
Always so cool, coast to coast. Something matters, something on the line. You're right, this game is always fun to watch. The jeweled shillelagh.
And they can hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quick spin on the run. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's going for it all. Brings it down on the right side. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Looking to the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Grabbed behind the line. It's O'Neal. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To the air, it's Moss. Got his man to the left. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Trojans are marching down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Now they'll run the draw. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. After the incompletion, looking at second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hudson.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. There have been many memorable games in this rivalry. It was memorable for Notre Dame last year, not so much for SC as the Trojans got blown out.
No, and Notre Dame's a team that we've seen in the playoff in recent years, and they want to get there consistently. To do that, they've got to win rivalry games like this. You're going to play a big-time opponent like USC with all of that talent and that coaching staff. You're going to have to play at a very high level. Last year, David, they put the stomp down on the Trojans.
They did. They used that big shillelagh and laid the hammer and took care of business. And you've seen Notre Dame, have these years now where they've had really good seasons, but we want to see them build on it and do multiple good seasons in a row. That means beating your rival, beating USC consistently. Let's see what the Irish have today.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. To the air, it's Leonard. He's going to take off.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Got it in the middle, it's Love. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's back to throw on second down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Here comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll operate out of split backs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Catch in the middle, it's Branch. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He's gonna pass. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Back to throw, it's Moss. Coming after it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front seven. And linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
The Trojans will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the move, it's Young. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
This senior showing great toughness, takes the hit, and still puts the ball on target. Got a man, it's Lott. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewart.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll keep it himself. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that's why this quarterback is such a big weapon, guys, because in this area of the field, they can call these design QB runs, get the extra blocker at the point of attack, and go score. And they showed you that physicality there.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter to do that. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Knute Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, when you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean,
and he intercepts it. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Notre Dame right back to the line. Dropping back, it's Leonard. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Fires toward the end zone. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Looking to throw it again. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Trying to find his man on first down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Leonard. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, the attempt is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Snags it over the middle. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. One more snap coming before halftime. Going up top on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, think of all the legendary players who've been a part of this game, and we have a few more vying for that status so far today in an always emotional fight for the Jules Shillelagh. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
The Trojans want to move quickly. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays looked good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
The give out of the gun. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Dances away from the D. And a really nice run and pickup there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Throws to the tight end. And here's the third interception of the night. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds if we see them miss them.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They'll run the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. They'll try the run. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. Running with power. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Getting some heat. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. The official says no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on it just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking for space. It's O'Neal. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To throw, it's Moss. Got his man out of the backfield. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Brings up 3rd down.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Feeling some heat. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The offense set for a 1st down play. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Price. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Power football with the run. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Right back to the well. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Quarterback on the keeper. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Irish! The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that Jewel Shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the Jewel Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Trojans have their offense in high gear. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Trojans! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. Unleashes one. Snagged in the middle. It's Evans. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Catch in the middle. It's Evans. Open space at the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
That makes the score Notre Dame 21, USC 7.
The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
Set to advance on the football.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. To the air, it's Moss. Makes the grab. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They'll line up for a second down play. Here we go. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point in the game against the defense playing big zones, prevent trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
He wants to throw it again. He's got his man. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. He's looking to throw it. They're bringing heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. That punt was a bit rushed, and it showed with a short kick. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misfire, it's second down. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Down in the fourth quarter. It's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Going for it all. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. 25 kicks remaining. There's enough time if they can recover this onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Right back to the well. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. When you get this deep in the season and that 0 is still in the lost column, that target on your back is getting bigger and bigger.
And some people handle it better than others. We've seen some teams melt late in the season, and we've seen other teams thrive on it and embrace it. So this team so far has embraced it, and everything they've shown me, Jesse, throughout the regular season says that they're going to continue to embrace it and continue to play well.
Yeah, that's a great point, guys. They've got the target on their backs right now. They're not sneaking up on anybody the way they might have done earlier in the year when we didn't quite know who they were or what they're about. Everybody right now in the entire country, all of college football, knows that this team's for real. They've got to put it together now to close this season out strong.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis.